Grand Risings, everybody. I hope that everyone is doing amazing on today. I hope that you got the opportunity to check out my last video, part 1, part 2, about the equation of self. I touched on a lot of points and even touched on some issues and some challenges from that church place, and just giving some of my personal experience and some of the things that I had to overcome in order to be able to move forward and create a space that it was healthy and whole for me, and very unorthodox in a lot of ways, especially for individuals who are familiar with me and know my history. And but I think it is an amazing video. I got awesome feedback from people who I sent the video to personally, and because I kind of wanted to hear the thoughts of the information when they heard it, what did it provoke in them, and all of that. So I say thank you to Chantel, to Felicia, to Winifred, and it's somebody else. So charge it to my my head and not my heart. I think Tanisha. But even in that, just moving forward, a lot of things come to me all the time, and for me, I try to move in a space where I only say something if I have something to say. Howsoever, the topic of jealousy and envy has been coming to me for some days now, and I know a lot of times the way that we've been taught about jealousy and envy is very surface and, in my opinion, diluted. We're not really educated on the whole aspect of jealousy and envy and why it exists and where it stems from, and even myself having to deal with jealousy and envy and being honest in it and sit in it. And I think it is in the 21 days of redefining self, 21 days of self-love. I actually deal a lot with jealousy and having to sit in it and be honest in it and be one with it. And so I kind of wanted to get on today and again do a little teaching in regards to jealousy and envy. In my opinion, they are two different things, and we, in our culture, we tend to I guess interchange or interloop them and kind of use them from that same space. But when you start to really become clear about you and you start to really study, I guess, the aspect of jealousy and envy, you find that they are two different entities. However, they can coexist at the same time. And so I kind of just wanted to give like a little, hope you can see that, just like a little diagram, or put it in words of what jealousy is. So jealousy equals outward. So jealousy is you see someone with a dress on and you're jealous that you don't have the dress, right? You're jealous that you don't have the dress. Maybe you wanted the dress, you saw the dress, and you couldn't get the dress for whatever. Or you believe that this person possesses something that you believe that you deserve to have, right? So for me, that's jealousy. Envy, on the other hand, is within, right? That means that there's something in you that's happening within you that when you see a situation, or you how can I put it, you're envied, or your enviousness shows up because you're not able to create that own thing from within you. I hope that makes sense. And so even the en in the word envy, when you do the etymology on the word, it actually means into or within. And so at the base of jealousy and envy, jealousy being outward, envy being inward, at the base of both of those two vibrations, ultimately it exists because somewhere in us we are not clear about who we are, right? So it's like an amazing woman walks into a room, she's dressed nice, you instantly roll your eyes, you instantly say, who does she think she is? And you have this conversation going on with you inwardly, right? You do not know the lady. You have not spoken to the lady. But she walked in the room and you became irritated. And for me, that's only because when she walked in the room, she represented something you believe that you did not have inwardly. I hope this is making sense. That's envy. That's envy. She walked in the room. You don't know her. You've never spoken to her. And she walked in the room and you immediately became aware that there was something about this woman that you instantly said that you didn't like, or you felt some type of way. But you felt that way because somewhere in you are not clear about who you are. And on a subconscious level, you are envious that you do not possess that thing. I hope I'm making sense. Jealousy is, that whole, for whatever reason, like college came to me. You're in high school, you and your friends, you all graduate. You all make plans that you're gonna go to school, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and then you're the one who ends up not doing it. Like you either didn't go, or you went, you didn't finish. All your other friends, or that one friend, finished, they graduated, they got their degree, and now you're seeing outwardly their accomplishment. You have a connection with this person. You are familiar with this person, and you are jealous that you're jealous of that individual, or those individuals, that they followed through, right? It's kind of like you set out to do something, and because you were not consistent with it, or you wrote it down but you did not start it, and then you see somebody else doing exactly what you said you wanted to do, and now you're angry, or now you're jealous that this person is actually doing that. Oh, they think they're all of that. Oh, they think this. And so you have these little soliloquies, and you go through all these emotions. But the reality is you're jealous that that they completed what they started. And you're really angry at yourself because you didn't follow through. And now it's showing up as jealousy, right? Like, don't be mad at the chick that make you get yourself together. Don't be mad at the chick that's doing what you want to do and you didn't follow through on it. So that's jealousy. I hope all of this is making sense. I know that because sometimes it's kind of difficult to articulate certain things, or especially when we've been taught or we believed it to be a certain way. Oh, my friend, she don't like me, she jealous of me, and like it's a very surface definition. But the more that you the more that you start to become clear about you are able to distinguish the jealousy from the envy, but understand that they can coexist at the same time, and be woman enough or man enough to say, yes, this is in me, right? I'm jealous, I'm envious, I'm all of these things, I'm whatever, and I need to figure out where that's coming from. But ultimately it's coming from the individual not being clear about who they are. Because when you are clear, when you start to become clear about who you are, certain things just do not manifest or come up for you the way that they have in the past. And you know, you have to be really ready to be one with that, right? That's just not some type of thing that just kind of, oh my God. No, you have to like sit in it and be one with it. And why is this coming up for me? And why do I feel this way? And what is this really about? Is this really about them, or is this really about me? Am I, they trying to show off, they got their degree. No, you're jealous because you didn't get yours. You're jealous because you didn't follow through. You're jealous because you didn't stay consistent. Right? Because jealousy and envy are the symptoms. It is not the root cause of everything. And even with envy, right? The lady walks in the room, you don't know her, she's beautiful, she's dressed nice, you don't know her, but instantly you feel some type of way. She represents something that, one, you wish you had, you don't think you can have, and really being one with that. And one of the ways that you start to break that is, one, become clear about you. Another way to start breaking that, like when that emotion comes up, you sit in it and you be one with it. And you know what? It might be that I need to go over and compliment that lady. Or it may be that, I need to stop being envious. And I need to own that, listen, what she has is amazing. It's beautiful. And I want some of that. Like, I need that in my life. And not that you want to be like her, because you don't know her. But her presence represents something that is authentic. That's pure. And we don't have that. I joke a lot, or I tell the story, and I joke sometimes in regards to, having, my challenges with women. And but the real reason I was having issues with them was because I wasn't clear about me. And so I no longer walk into a room and be like, oh, why did she roll her eyes? Oh my gosh, she rolled her eyes at me. Oh, she didn't say hello. I'm clear. I'm clear. It has nothing to do with me. That's her. That is her energy. That is her vibration, right? And you know what? She has the right to roll her eyes. That's none of my business. And I can remember, being very some of my people, they call me Red Pepper, right? And they would be like, okay, Red Pepper, that side of me was like, oh, I'm going to find out what, but that's young Alexis, right? That's young Alexis, that's immature Alexis. And I want to know, why are you looking at me like that? Like, do you know me? But getting older and becoming clear about Alexis, you just realize that no, she don't like her. She's not happy with her. It has nothing to do with me, especially in a context where they don't know you. You've never had a conversation, right? Even if someone has said something to them about you, they still don't know you, right? So that's not, listen, you can be there if you want to. I'm no longer concerned when I walk in a room and I say hello and it's a group of women and nobody speaks, right? It has nothing to do with me, right? And one could say, well, that's just common courtesy. That's mannerable in theory. But if they don't want to, they don't have to, right? Because I don't exist because of them. And as you start to become clear about you, you start to balance out both sides. If you managing the jealousy and the envy that comes up for you, but also managing it when you see it in other people, right? And not having to have a conversation, because I'm also in this space where I just think it's a low vibration. I really do. I just think it is a very, very, very low vibration. And I'm just making the choice not to live in that vibration of envy and jealousy. And when it does come up, I'm trying to be very aware, whether it's from me or against me per se, and just really learning how to be one just with all of it. So I hope this made sense. I tried to explain it the best way that I could, coming out of my head. And until next time, see you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Ashe.